So the last game, Sunday night football, very intriguing game, very fun game. I'm looking forward to. We got the Buffalo Bills at Baltimore taking on the Ravens. The spread on this game, Mike, can you provide the spread for this game right now?
Yes, right now it is Ravens at 1.5, hosting the Bills at home, over under set at 46.5.
Okay. So PFF does like this game. They do favor Baltimore by 3 points. I'm in complete disagreement with PFF. I think Buffalo is going to take over this game. I said it last week. I think Josh Allen is my favorite, runaway favorite for MVP this year. He had 4 touchdowns last week. He dominated. He looked like the best quarterback in football last week, to be honest with you. Um, and the concerns that I had about Buffalo, I thought they were going to be banged up. I thought they were going to miss linebacker Matt Milano a lot, but it seems like everybody has just stepped into place. Everyone has stepped up. Teron Johnson has been out for a couple of weeks, and Benford, the other corner from Villanova, has stepped up, and he's looked like a Pro Bowl cornerback this season so far. Damar Hamlin, we mentioned him last weekend. He had a pick this weekend. He's looked really well at that starting role at safety. Um, I do love Buffalo right now. I would say they're my favorite in the AFC right now. Um, but Baltimore is coming off a pretty successful, at least 3 quarters against Dallas last weekend. It seems like they found that run game. Uh, Still some questions on the offensive line. It looks like Makari is taking over the right tackle position moving forward. But relatively healthy game for both teams. Excited to watch both teams, both really good. The two best running quarterbacks are two of the three best running quarterbacks in football. Uh, what do you guys think? Who's going to come away winning this game, in your opinion?
I mean, I think for me, this is all going to come down to the matchup of Josh Allen against that Ravens defense and that Ravens secondary specifically. He feasted on that Jaguar secondary this past week. Ravens are going to be a significant upgrade from that. And, this Ravens defense has been hyped as, one of the best in the NFL this season. Certainly, they have some of the most talent, some of the most money spent on that defense. So this has got to be the game where they make their money. And Josh Allen is going to have a couple of games a season where you got multiple turnovers. He gives another chance. He gives another team a chance to win the game if that team has a quarterback that can keep up with him, which I think Lamar Jackson can. I think that the Ravens at home, that will help them keep the game a little bit closer, and having that Baltimore crowd is going to be going absolutely insane on Sunday night. This feels like a must win for the Ravens. I don't know. I mean, as you said, the Bills looked great, but I think that this Ravens secondary could come up with a pick or two on Josh Allen, and that could be the difference in this game and the reason why a lot of people are picking Baltimore. I just have an odd feeling that I think Baltimore is going to win this game. They are still a great team, and I think that aside from the Raiders game a couple weeks ago, where I think they kind of slept walk through that game and they weren't ready for it, this week they're going to absolutely be ready for the Bills. The Bills are going to get the Ravens' best shot, and that's going to be, when they're playing at their best, they're going to be one of the best teams in the AFC. So I think they'll have a chance to win this game. Give me the Ravens at home to upset the Bills.
Yeah, the Ravens defense is gonna be getting Yannick Ngakoue back. I actually like, I mean, I've liked what I've seen from Josh Allen. I mean, he's been this is not the best wide receiver core he's ever been dealt, but he's getting that connection going with Keon Coleman. James Cook seems to be coming into his own finally in the backfield, like we saw from last year. I like the Bills to I like the Bills to take this one at home against the Ravens. Maybe that is a little bit, or I'm sorry, not at home, but playing in Baltimore against the Ravens. One concern may be, how everything is going to look with Derrick Henry in the backfield. I mean, he just carved up the Dallas defense for 151 yards, running it 25 times. I like the over in this game. I think that a lot of points could be put up. I lean to the Bills, but if I'm going to pick a side, give me the over.
Yep. I guess the only question I would have for you in regards to Baltimore is, do you think they ended the game particularly well against Dallas last weekend? Do you think there's any lingering setback as a result of how they finished that game?
I mean, I think the important thing is that they won the game, that they came out with the win in the end. They kept their season alive. I think if they had gone down to 0-3, going into a game like this, they could be in serious trouble if they lost that game. So the fact that they won, the fact that they were able to, keep their season alive, really, while also being able to add the win to their ledger, no matter how they played in the game, the fact that they still have all that talent, they still are relatively intact injury wise as a team. I just think that this is a perfect turning point for the Ravens to be able to step up in this game, and at home on prime time, they can just rewrite the narrative of their season and get back to 500, kind of reset everything, and turn back to that Ravens team from last year that we all thought, was going to be maybe the team with the best shot at unseating Patrick Mahomes. So this team, that pretty much all of the guys are still there from that squad.
Yeah.
And so I have too much faith in them not to, at least put up a great fight at home on prime time, let alone win a game against Christian. I got to agree. He's the MVP frontrunner right now, unquestionably. Josh Allen has looked like the best quarterback in football, but I still think that he's due for a game with multiple turnovers. And if he does that against the Ravens, it could cost the Bills a game.